Let's give a big round of applause to Tom and Ben from SortedFood. We have Dan from danisnotonfire. We have Phil from AmazingPhil. And Aline from Orangina. All right. Merci. Thank you. So let's start with you guys. Can you just tell us, how long have you been on the platform? How is it working? What exactly do you do on YouTube?
Yeah, sure. So we are SortedFood. We're a food brand and YouTube channel in the UK, and we've been running for about 3 years. And we put 3 videos out a week on our channel, recipe solutions, and then a format called Fridge Cam on a Sunday, where the boys go out, meet people that are doing interesting things in the food space.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Dan.
Hi.
1.8 million subscribers, is that right?
Yes.
Impressive.
Scary.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So who are you?
My name is Dan. I have a channel called danisnotonfire, which was my email address when I was 13, so don't judge me. Yeah, I made my YouTube channel back in 2006 when I was a teenager. And I had been watching video bloggers on YouTube for several years, and I didn't want to start myself for a while until about, it'll be 4 years this October I've been making videos for. Unlike a lot of people like Phil, who started YouTubing back when YouTube wasn't a thing. It was just, people making videos that were 9-minute long to each other with 10 people watching them. I started when there was already a creative community, so I wanted to start making videos because I saw people making sketches and making vlogs and doing things, and I was like, I want to make comedy videos on the internet, and since then, it's just taken off.
So how did you manage to create such a huge fan base?
Well, 4 years, firstly. It didn't happen overnight. I've been doing it for a while. And I think that there's a lot of things that contribute to the growth of something. I've been doing it for a while. I've been consistently making videos that, in my opinion, have been getting better and better as I've gone on. And just, I think 90% of my audience has been attracted to me within the last year. So that's obviously, in the whole scheme of things, it's all happened very recently. And I think that's because as the young generation of people that are now coming to the internet for the first time have a complete understanding of things like Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr and YouTube. So now things like word of mouth are infinitely more powerful than they were 3 years ago.
How important is it for you to actually be plugged into all these social networks?
It's completely important, you know what I mean? Because not everybody is a core YouTube user that completely understands things. A lot of people, in fact, as we know, most people come to YouTube not as people that sign in and know all the features, but they'll just look at a skateboarding cat video. So it's important to make sure that as all your followers are on Facebook and Twitter, that you can connect them in their own terms. Yeah.
Did you guys at Sorted see this sort of a similar trend in terms of audience development? I mean, in terms of growth?
Yeah, so similarly, we've been doing it for 3 years, but we've doubled our audience growth and engagement since January.
Doubled since January, this year?
Doubled since January, and projection to do the same again as YouTube continues to grow as a platform.
So similar trends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you do a lot of collab, right, Dan?
Yeah,
collaboration with Phil here and...
Yeah, for example, because as a video blogger, obviously there's a lot of people that you can collaborate with. So, I mean, I must have done probably about 10 collaborations. And whenever I meet a new friend on YouTube, it's always like, when are we going to get the opportunity to make something together? You know what I mean? So collaborating is something that people do all the time, and it's a fantastic way to, as you said, grow the audience, because you're introducing 2 completely different audiences towards each other, but mainly to make something that you wouldn't usually be able to make just by yourself, which is really refreshing for your own audience. Yeah.
Where is your audience coming from? Is it mainly UK or is it international?
It's pretty much completely worldwide. I mean, the split is like 50% US and 50% like UK and rest of Europe. But I'd say probably like 20% is around Europe and the rest of the world. And then it's probably 40-40 US, UK. So it's really global.
And mobile is big for you as well?
Mobile, yeah. Well, I mean, it's to do with the young generation that watch YouTube today. I mean, a lot of them watch their subscriptions just on their iPods when they're sitting at a bus stop. So mobile is incredibly important. I think it's about 40%, like you said. Yeah.
So what would be your top 3 tips as well in terms of, creating an engaged audience and fan base?
Well, I think like these guys said, interaction is key. You need to feel, I mean, some of the best kind of like brands that I've seen that have the best like Twitters and Facebooks and things, they're people that have a sense of humor. They try to interact with people. It's not too corporate. I think they need to feel like there's a personality behind the brand, so then they can feel like they like them. So, I mean, I've seen, it doesn't have to be funny, but I just feel like if you're trying to establish an audience and a relationship, you need to constantly keep it updated and feel like you're not just saying things, but it needs to be a conversation. Yeah, you can't just sell. It needs to be kind of like a, how are you feeling about this? Ask them things and back and forth. I think that collaborating, as you said, is one way for people on YouTube to do it. But I think, as brands have seen with Orangina, when two brands were brought together to work on one project, that went very well.
Yeah, we'll talk about this a bit later.
That's a good
but
example.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your experience with brands? I mean, do you...
My experience with brands, I mean, not all brands have the kind of know how it works as well as others, because I mean, some brands completely get YouTube and the creative process, and when they want to make a YouTuber do something, then it's great. A lot of people, I mean, I've had a couple of emails where people are like, hey, I've emailed you this 20-second clip, can you just insert it in the middle of your video? And I was like, what do you mean? It's like, can you just slot this 20-second infomercial just in the middle of your video? And I was like, no, that's not how it works. So sometimes I just have to delete the email. But I mean, these days it seems like people really see YouTube brand collaboration as a way to do something creative that promotes their brand, that allows a YouTuber to do something they wouldn't usually do. So it's quite exciting.
Right, and you've experienced that as well on your own channel? And
yeah, I mean, there's one that me and Phil have done recently called Crave, which Phil will talk about. And they're really good because they're promoting a cereal, but they've basically set up a campaign which is making YouTubers do all of these amazingly hilarious videos. And it's so successful that basically the audience of the YouTubers are wanting more people to join in with this campaign because the videos are really funny. So I'm sure Phil can tell you more about Crave.
That's a good segue. Thank you, Dan. So, Phil.
Hello.
Who are you? How long have you been on YouTube?
I'm Phil. My username is AmazingPhil. I don't think I'm that amazing. It was just the first thing I thought of. I'm a YouTube dinosaur. I've been on YouTube since 2006, and I started making videos just for my friends and family to watch, just to like update them on what I was up to. And then I started getting comments in Australia and India, and I was like, "What? What is this thing? This is amazing!" So ever since then, I've just been making videos every week, like once a week. And it's in the last 2 years, it's really snowballed, and I've gotten a load of people watching me, which is still terrifying. I try not to think about the people watching. If they were all in this room now, we'd probably be dead.
Just a cube of people.
Just a cube of people, yeah. I think, I'm about to hit 1 million subscribers, which is very
Congratulations.
daunting.
That's
Thank
a big
you.
landmark.
It's very daunting, but also really exciting. I'm just looking forward to see what happens in the future.
You said something interesting about schedule and how important it is to be active on the platform.
Yes.
So you is it once we haven't talked about this? I mean, so you see this as an important way to continue to have that conversation, maintain it, regularly.
Yeah, you don't want to oversaturate your audience. You don't want to upload 3 times a day. But I think once a week is great if you're a video blogger like me. You could do 2 a week, maybe.
It depends on the content as well, because I mean, some sketch comedians can take like a month to make one video, and that's how they work. So it completely depends on what kind of content you're making. Because I mean, for you guys, 3 a week is perfect. For me,
you guys do 3 a week?
We actually do, I think it's 5 at the moment, but we put 3 out on our channel, and then we partner with other channels and do commissions off platform. So we plug all video through our website, but our subscriber base only gets the 3 a week, and if they want to get everything stitched together, they can come to our .com.
There are some video bloggers who do daily vlogs where they literally turn their life into a reality show and film everything they do. Like I'd be filming you guys right now, and you'd be on the internet. But for me, I feel 1 a week or even 1 every 10 days is great if I keep everyone updated on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr what I'm doing, just so they know I'm still alive.
And you talked about viewers in Australia and elsewhere. I mean, is your viewership spread the same way than?
It is. I think it's spread the same way as Dan's. Like it's majority US, UK, but I know there's a big fan base in Australia, in Brazil as well. I get so many tweets telling me to come to Brazil. Hopefully, I can go to Brazil one day. I met you from Brazil before. Hello. Yes. So there are people all over the world.
And you said you've been on the platform since 2006.
Yeah.
So what have been the major change you've seen, over the past, 7 years?
It's become a lot bigger. There's a lot. Everyone's aware of YouTube now. Before it was like a secret club where you were just making videos for yourself.
Yeah, before video bloggers were weird internet outcasts that you wouldn't tell your friends you're a video blogger.
No,
shunned.
I kept it secret. It's like you have to come out to your parents and say, I make video blogs.
I'm a video blogger.
Yeah. They were accepting of that fact, thankfully. But yeah, there's a lot more brands becoming aware of it. YouTube is having TV shows on it now. So it's feeling a lot more corporate, but still very exciting
I feel like
to
on
be
the
a creator.
creator side of things,
Yeah.
it started off as just like a nothing, like just people video blogging because it was a novelty. Like, look, Mum, I put this video on the internet and someone from Brazil commented on it. Whereas now, I think what happened is over the years, it's gotten more and more creative. You know what I mean? People saw YouTube as a way to like make short films, make sketches, to basically as a creative platform other than back in the day.
Also, Google's helping us out a lot more now. Like, we've got a creator space in London where we can just go in and film whatever we want with a massive green screen editing suite. And there's one in LA as well, which I visited, which is insane. I kind of want to move to LA now.
One in Tokyo and one in New York coming up soon.
Yeah, they're brilliant places. So they're doing a lot more to help us out as well. And
I guess there's also a lot more community of creators, right?
Yeah.
Not just viewers, but
It is
also
a
creators in the UK, particularly
yeah,
strong,
there's
right?
so many more people. And it's a massive community. Everyone can get involved with each other's videos. And everyone's friends as well, which is nice. Yeah. So it's been a way to make friends as well.
So tell us more about the example that Dan was mentioning about the corporation with
so
the brand.
like Dan said, some brands don't understand YouTubers, so they'll just tell you what they want you to do, and you'll have to say no, unfortunately. But this one, it was made like a tag video. So a tag video is where you make a video, and at the end, you tag your friends. So I'll be like, I want Dan to make one next week. And the Cereal Crave sent us a box, and we didn't know what was going to be inside the box. And inside my box was a giant lion suit, which I then had to swap my arms around like this. So I'd hold the mic while I'm doing this, and then try and eat the cereal, which sounds ridiculous, and like people are like, that's just a cereal advert. But the reason it was good is because it was so hilarious. The audience didn't care that it was all about the cereal. It's more just that it's a really funny video, and I'm actually grateful that they gave me that opportunity to make the video.
Like you guys said, honesty is a big thing. So it's like we weren't trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. It was obvious that it was a brand deal. But then I think these days the audience is they're very savvy about everything. You know, you can't fool them with anything. So, but they're also more accepting of these things. And I think the audience these days gets the whole idea that the brand is helping you to make a video that would have never existed. So we're very happy this has happened, because otherwise Phil...
I'll only work with the brand if they can make my content better or give me an opportunity that I couldn't do anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did this happen? Did they reach out to you? I mean, do you guys get a lot of,
We get
contacts from...
quite a lot. They just reached out to me through my YouTube network, which is Channel Flip. And they just said, do you want to do this challenge? We're going to send you a mystery box. And I was like, sure, I like mystery boxes. So that was it, really. The emails were very vague. Just like, we're going to send you this mystery box. Do you want to open it and do this cereal challenge? I was like, yeah, I'll make a video about that. That sounds fun. The brand, if they can make my content better or give me an opportunity that I couldn't do anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did this happen? Did they reach out to you? I mean, do you guys get a lot of,
we get
contacts from...
quite a lot. They just reached out to me through my YouTube network, which is Channel Flip. And they just said, do you want to do this challenge? We're going to send you a mystery box. And I was like, sure, I like mystery boxes. So that was it, really. The emails were very vague. Just like, we're going to send you this mystery box. Do you want to open it and do this cereal challenge? I was like, yeah, I'll make a video about that. That sounds fun. So it's a lot less corporate and serious and scary brainstorming than you might think. If you've got a great idea, you can just send it to a YouTuber, and then if it's going to make a good video, they're probably going to say yes. Yeah.
And do you see this potentially going beyond video? I mean, like cooperation with brands? And
well, beyond video, like into TV and things like that.
No, I mean, you working with brands in
with
different
brands.
ways, right?
I'm not sure. At the moment, I'm still sticking on YouTube because that's the platform it is. We've been given our own show on BBC Radio 1 in England, which is really exciting. But that's less of a brand and more of an extra job, but that's something that stemmed from the side of YouTube as well. So there's lots of opportunities out there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aline, from Orangina,
Thank you.
you created, or Orangina created its channel on YouTube a long time ago, right? But it was mainly to repurpose commercials that were, aired on TV, right? But you recently changed that. Can you tell us more about the latest initiative that you guys run?
So first, I'm French, and I have an awful accent, so sorry for that. Just to explain, Orangina is a French brand, really crazy. We collaborate with up-to-date humorists since 90s, like Alain Chabat or Jamel Debbouze. They are really, really famous in France. So our communication target is male between 15 and 25. and we would like to create proximity with them. And today, the new humorists are on YouTube. So it was really important for us to work with them.
And what's the big learning from the experience, and what's next?
It's a
You're
big.
going to be working with these guys as well?
Yeah, yeah. We are working only for French market. So yeah, sorry.
Well, thank you, guys. I would like to open up now for questions, if there's any. There's a microphone somewhere.
Hi guys, I'm curious how you do your social media management, particularly on YouTube when there's multiple, like you guys have a team, some of you might have teams, like how do you manage who replies to what and what platforms are you using?
Right, so for us, to start with, because the conversation is so food-centric, and they often have, it's very relevant to the content we're putting out. They all tend to be solution-driven, so we try and answer as many of those as possible.
We will respond to them with the platforms that they come to us on, so it will be Twitter largely and Facebook occasionally, but YouTube is actually for us. I don't know if it's different for you guys, but we find the conversation happens a lot more, that's more relevant conversation on our YouTube channel rather than sort of traditional YouTube comments, which tend to be a little bit less valuable, whereas people are sort of also posting recipe solutions, or they're actually, they're sort of solving each other's questions and making a forum rather than just lol under every video.
Phil and Dan, do you see the same level of commenting and engagement?
I think Twitter for me is the most important. I'm constantly tweeting and replying to people's tweets and just getting involved with them, asking them for video ideas. I've got a Facebook page as well. I say, hey, what do you want to see a video about? Or just create conversations with them. And that's one of the things the viewers like the most, is when I interact with them. So as soon as I've posted a video, I'm constantly replying to the YouTube comments. Any that have got a question, I'll reply to the question. So I spend about an hour or two every day just checking up on comments and Twitter. But I do it all myself. Yeah.
Is it just you behind the channel?
Yeah, I don't have any secret mole man working in the dark, tweeting away.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I obviously run my own YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. Like you said, for me, the comments on YouTube are probably less conversational and more immediate reactions to what they just saw, whereas Twitter is probably more conversational for me, because then it's an important way to promote your videos, because if someone doesn't see it in a subscription box, then obviously a tweet or a Facebook post or on Tumblr is a good way to let them know that you've made a new video. But I think that one of the most important parts of Mine and Phil's growth is just maintaining the community around you all the time, constantly. So it kind of feels like sometimes we're never not working because our entire life is kind of, you know, the thing like that. But it's good because, you know, I mean, so just having an active Twitter that we run personally helps to maintain the relationship between us and our audience.
Well, thank you. Any other question?
No.
One here. There you go.
For the lady. I'm wondering how you contacted the people that you got engaged and how you convinced them to jump aboard.
I'm working with an agency, and it's really its network.
I think we have time for one more question. Is there one?
Hi. Obviously, you guys seems like making videos has become your full-time job. Technically, like none of you guys have like a side job, you know, after, besides making videos. I mean, where do you guys want to go next? Let's say, what's kind of a normal career you develop? But then, let's say in video blogging, like what's next? What's your ultimate goal?
I was going to say ours is probably slightly different to video blogging. I think for us, because the ethos of Sorted is to get a solution as quickly as possible, and we have quite a sort of solutions-based output. We do recipe videos. For us, world domination is quite important. We do want to be the platform for conversations around food and food solutions.
With me, and I'm guessing it's the same with Phil, it's like well...
Maybe.
Whoa, okay. Skiing profession, that's what you're going to do. Because as a video blogger, it's just me and my life. So for as long as I can until I die or have a mental breakdown, I'll probably just keep video blogging. I still feel like I'm improving like twice as good every 3 months. So I just want to keep going and, you know, making my content better as it goes on, because I haven't felt like I've plateaued yet. I still feel like I'm going uphill. So for the foreseeable future, it's still just going to be making the same kind of comedy vlog videos, but just trying to get better and better and reach more audience.
Yeah, I'm never going to leave YouTube because I've been on it for so long. It just feels natural to me. If I haven't made a video in 5 days, I'm like, I need to make another video. Start thinking about it. But we've just been given a Radio 1 show, which is really exciting. We've been doing that for about 6 months now.
Yeah.
So that's a whole new media, but it's also something very exciting. So I think for me, I think the ultimate dream would be to have some kind of TV show with a bigger budget where I can use the YouTube ideas that I'm still doing and just have them on a bigger scale.
Yeah, I'd say for me and Phil, it's more about fulfilling our creative ambitions rather than ditching YouTube for TV, because they're so different. It's like maybe if me and Phil were to one day have a TV show, it's because we have ideas that we want to realize in a bigger way, in a different format. But for us, we'll still always do YouTube, which is something very specific that's ours.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies.
Thanks.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
for
for
listening
coming.
in.
You have to understand that they are really professional. They are young, but they know what they are doing. So
I think we
trust
saw that
them.
today, right?
Trust them because they know, and just focus on your brand and your message.
Phil can tell you more about Crave.